Welcome to Germany in 1945. Things are not looking great.
Uncle Vladimir!
Come, Bender. You like being dead.
That's what they said about being alive!
Not great at all. So how did we arrive at this juncture? Well, let's see what the person who sent this in has to say. This is on disastersavior.com. So 36, mechanized motorized Germany. It's built for tanks, but I can see what you're trying. Strong industry, midway through Barbarossa, naval invasion in Italy. Ah, classic. And Normandy. That's on you, my man. Exhausted, crumbling due to constant attacks. Luftwaffe is in a good state. We'll see about that. The Kriegsmarine is in disarray. Good luck. Berlin is under attack and the war is not looking too favorable. Yes, I can see that the fruits of victory are tumbling into your mouth too quickly. Now, on the bright side, Berlin's still here. Sort of. Downside? We're gonna keep things fairly high level. First off, we have our work cut out for us. We're gonna have to give up territory we can't hold territory we can't give up. One good thing here is, like, the Slovaks are not in the war. That means I can cheese this. Okay, so I'm going to freeze the Eastern Front as best I can, push these tiles to the river if and when I can, and just not touch the East until we deal with the West. For the West, we're going to have to reduce this salient. We're going to have to do a lot of last stands, mostly here, because otherwise we lose, 30 divisions, which would be, bad for Bitcoin. A couple of things here that make me a little, 2,000 political power. He's not been spending political power. He's not been taking focuses. He's not been doing research. This guy gave up. Never give up. Get rid of Heydrich, get Leni Riefenstahl. The goal for this is to reduce that war support penalty. Von Brauchitz, speed, nice. What's nicer is Franz Halder's army offense. You want more attack. I would probably go IG Farben, because we're going to have to build a lot of synthetic resources to be able to field an air force. Other than that, it's mostly okay. Focuses, so this has mostly been done. High level, 4-year plan, really good if you know how to build up and you know how to win the war quickly. Economic growth has a higher ceiling, meaning it will stretch further, but it will take a lot longer to get there. This is good if you are, I'm sorry to say, just not as good at the game and you expect to get bogged down. What we're going to do is agricultural reforms to get that consumer goods. Just get the economy back on its feet. Next up, let's check equipment levels. So we have thousands of tanks in storage. Why? Why do you have 12,000 medium flame tanks? Why? Medium tanks, we have thousands upon thousands of them, but I'm probably going to change the design. So these are Panzer IVs. I love that. It's a little slow for my taste, but it's decent. I would by now replace this by the better howitzer, which you don't have, which tells me your research sucks. I will never run diesels. I always run gasoline for the speed with Christie's suspension. Reliability is fine. The rest of this shit's fine. Relatively low conversion cost. So we'll save that and start converting the stockpile into this. Self-propelled artillery we're going to use as well, because I know your designs have it. I don't know what the plan with any of this is, but you know what? Fuck it. We'll run with it. We're going to take a little bit off of infantry equipment down to 35. And then we start pumping it into our other stuff. So this, probably. And then we need a lot more on trucks, and trains can wait. Okay. Construction, nothing. I was going to say I'm going to build refineries, but we might be past that point. I'll put some over there. And that is about it in terms of build slots. Okay. We're out of build slots. Good to know. And then mills anywhere else, I guess. Yeah, mills and synthetics, because the synthetics are pretty important for rubber. We don't have access to rubber. We have so much political power, we might as well use the rest of these decisions as well. There we go. Just get that war support up a little bit. Desperate defense could be useful, might as well, and war bonds, very useful. All right, that is production, construction. Now, infantry divisions. What are we fielding? Decent. I'm going to add infantry guns to the bottom row, because infantry guns are incredibly powerful. I will add support anti-air as well. I'm going to save this, put it right into the field. This is going to be a lot more robust. Panzer IV divisions are a little small for my liking, a little low on org. So what I'm going to do is make a little change here like this. This gives us 36 combat width, which I personally like. And then I'm going to remove the flak panzers there, and we're adding motorized heavy weapons companies to the mix. And then here, anti-air batteries. This should be fine, and we'll make these elite. Research, we're behind in infantry equipment, support companies, armor, artillery, air, industry. We're behind in everything. We need to catch up. We're going to start with infantry. One slot on the artillery as well. For air, we'll start with the engines. I'm going to use Focke-Wulf. I'm going to pivot away from Messerschmitt. So we'll get the heavy MGs as well. And then the last slot, I'm going to start work on industry because, again, we're behind here. Let's get the rubber because I'm going to get a lot of air. Unassigned divisions. I don't want these divisions. Front lines. Okay, first off, let's actually give everyone a general. Make sure all of these generals have an army HQ, full infantry support, a headquarters staff, and I like to add forward air control to reduce the enemy cast advantage. Save and deploy. I will make sure everyone in the field is going to get that army headquarters. All right, then doctrines. We've gone mobile warfare, which is Germany starts on it. It's fine. Mobile infantry. Okay, so again, this is another case of none of this is bad, but it could be better. If you're an inexperienced player, in all circumstances, assault infantry is always good, and grand assault is always good. In terms of artillery and combat support, field engineering is just something that always works. It's rarely the best option, but it's always a useful option. In our case, I'm thinking we get self-propelled support, because we are going to run self-propelled artillery in our tank divisions. And it does add quite a bit of benefits. So we're going to run that. I'm not going to switch over now because it would give up all of the benefits we already have. Leave this as is. What other doctrines? So we have no Navy doctrines and we have no air doctrines, which is odd because you have 500 air experience. Just commit it. Air is king. Air is super important, which is why I have this message from my sponsor, myself. Hey, Bittersteel jump scare here. You need a desk pad. Oh, yes, you do. What you have is not a desk pad. No. Today, I'm going to show you what a desk pad looks like. I am partnering up once again with Epic Desk to bring you the smoothest, cleanest desk pads for your gaming or business setup. Because I've been rocking one of these for years now, and I love it. I love it. It's on my desk right now. It is so smooth. The mouse glide is so great. I love these things. And to celebrate the fact that we have rounded out the German Wunderwaffen series, I am not bringing one. No. We're bringing two brand new designs. We have the Bf 109, the glorious workhorse of the German Luftwaffe. But if you or your loved ones are not that into the German aesthetics, for reasons that I can well understand, I've got the American workhorse for you, baby. The P-51 Mustang. It doesn't get any cooler than this. Both of these designs are made by actual living human beings. No clankers involved, no AI whatsoever. Every detail of this was digitally handmade by Disc. He has done a magnificent job on both these designs as well as our previous ones. And speaking of previous designs, those are gone forever. If this run ends, when this run ends, it will never restock. So get yours today down in the description below. Link, go click it. Go, I'll wait. Did you click it? Well, you better go click it, because after this run is gone, these desk pads will disappear into either one run and done. There will be no restock. You might wonder, but Bittersteel, what if I spill stuff all over it and I need a new one? Machine washable, baby. And I've washed mine like 7 or 8 times by now. Just nice and sudsy. Put it in the wash on a light program and it's done. It's done. It's fine. It's fine. These are great. So once again, get down in the description below. Click that link. Go get yours today. They are going to run out. They will never restock. And we all know air wins wars, so go get your air today. Anyway, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes of the video. With that out of the way, air doctrines. So we're going to grab airspace dominance. Strike aircraft. Pinpoint strikes gives you a little bit more mission efficiency overall, so we're running with that. We'll get medium aircraft as well, operational air support. Even if you get nothing else, this just gives you 5% mission efficiency. And then special forces, not relevant right now. So let's get rid of all that. These things, I know you have the DLC that has these unlocked, so you just didn't pick them. We'll go through them now. I'm going to go bold attack. I would go with maneuver warfare. A little bit of speed, but that 5% coordination is pretty ballin'. Spirit of the Air Force, aircrew surveys for more doctrines. And then over here, centralized control, just to get more mission efficiency. You have MIOs. One thing that I notice a lot of people do is you have 9 points available. This thing is maxed out. Use them. Secondly, once your MIO hits level 6, pick a policy. Fuck it, I'll take the armor. It doesn't really matter to me. Same deal with Messerschmitt. You have 10 unassigned points. 10. That is a massive amount of points you're not using. Just gonna max this thing out. And I'm just gonna do the rest of these off camera because there's just so many of them. Alright, with all that off-map stuff done, we've got Western Front, Eastern Front. Like I said, I'm freezing the Eastern Front. This is supposed to be your offensive units. I'm gonna move them to the Western Front, and we're gonna reorganize them around Poznan. I'm going to take these 3 guys, take them into a separate army, give them a I'm realizing why that no longer works. I need to last stand this to hold this for 7 days. So last stand basically means the division is fighting to the death. It's not losing organization, but it's losing strength, and it doesn't retreat. Problem is, you can only use last stand if you have a deployed HQ, and I don't think you have one. I think you have literally one deployed HQ when it's on the Eastern Front. It is these guys under von Witzleben. That does give me an idea, though, so... In terms of reorganization, what else do we need? We need a lot of manpower, equipment. We need some guns. Jesus fucking Christ, we are short on support equipment. So that is a massive problem. Not to worry, we can resolve that. All right, nothing else to do but to finish mine cheese. These guys fall back. These guys also fall back. You are now going into the von Witzleben army. I'm going to take von Witzleben. I'm going to take all of his troops. I'll just assign him to a different general. It's fine. All right, that gives me these 3 guys, and then this guy over there. That's 5 divisions. Oh my god, he's sick or wounded. Are you shitting me? Why? Oh my god, he's still wounded. Oh, so there is nothing I can do. All in all, this is just a terrible place to be. These guys are retreating exceptionally slowly as well. Okay, and there's a breach here also. So I might have been a tad too ambitious. I'm starting to think we can't actually save this. Unfortunately, Paradox decided that last stand is clearly too powerful. They're not encircled, so I can probably... No, they are encircled. These guys aren't... Oh my god, they are actually considered encircled because they're over there and they haven't fully retreated into this tile yet. They need 3 more hours. Do I have 3 more hours? These guys, I can disband. Let's start by disbanding half of them and slowly see what happens. Oh, like 1 tick at a time. They're absolutely getting annihilated. Oh, they've all been encircled. This is all lost. I hate you so much. All of that equipment, all of that manpower is just gone. All right, good to know. We'll just convert these into panzer divisions then, which we do have the equipment for. It's a start. We just need to get them some strength now. There's also nobody we can beg for equipment from. These guys are also trapped. I'm going to leave them there. And what's going on over here? Nothing good. Well, that's great. Oh, I forgot about the Air Force. So you have an Air Force, but like we saw at the start, most of it is horribly out-teched. You're never going to win the air war, even if your airplanes are better, if you're horribly outnumbered. So I'm going to salvage what can be salvaged. But actually, I'm just going to delete all of your fighters so I can convert from stockpile your new designs that I will make eventually. Assuming we're still alive by then. I'm going to have to pull divisions off the Eastern Front to reinforce the Western Front now. Alright, we'll make that happen then. We're gonna have to make that happen. We'll hold the line with what we can, and we're gonna move divisions over here. Baby. This is just not a good place to be. Some mass conversions of divisions. You over there. Once this armor picks up a little bit of strength, I can throw it into the meat grinder where it might actually be of use. I don't know why you've gone cavalry leader instead of panzer leader, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to fall back to like the fort lines. Just too much going on right now. Okay, so the armor, even in its battered state, it hasn't fully refit yet, should be capable of pushing now and then. And we just need to get more divisions out, really. So I was just checking something. Your captured commanders. First one, all right, Guderian is captured in Kiev. Fine, okay. Von Kuchler is in Minsk. Okay, makes sense. Dr. Lothar Rondulich is in Thailand? Why? Well, that's great. I'm never getting that guy back. All right, after some horrific reorganization, Berlin is probably going to fall. I don't think I have the men to reinforce it. These guys are never going to be ready in time. It would have been nice to have some of these extra units available who are now gone, but it is what it is. So 4 for the east, 4 for the west. I'm going to make pushes to Warsaw here, as well as that little bulge to really lock in the east, but the west is a massive problem. The numbers are like pure insanity of what's being fielded against us. We are outnumbered 20 to 1. 1945 allies is just the dumbest thing to face ever. Good God, this is rough. For all intents and purposes, like, the armor is excellent. It can reinforce me the allied forces fairly reliably, doing some really stupid things to their big stacks, but the enemy has so many divisions, it's just disgusting. Oh, Denmark's gonna be in the war. Fuck. Doesn't really matter. But currently they're not in the war, meaning this Danish belt strait is open to the allies. They've sailed everything in the kitchen sink into the Baltic, so I am getting pummeled from all sides. A little bright spot, I'm beating the Soviet Air Force and I can deploy CAS against the Soviet front. So this eastern bit is holding easily. So, gentlemen, good news, bad news. The bad news is the enemy has taken Gdynia. The good news is I wanted them to take Gdynia all along. See, Gdynia is just a port now surrounded on all sides by armor, detached specifically for this task. Yes, they are going to keep funneling troops into the teeth of these guns, destroy the units, stop moving, and wait for fresh units to arrive. Fresh units who will arrive with virtually no org. We're going to go in and we're going to do that again. At the same time, I've been able to like slowly push my way through these tiles up north with the rest of the armor. It's cost me all of my fuel. It has cost me thousands of tanks, but I have been able to secure that part of the front at least. The defensive ground I've chosen is sort of holding. In terms of production, I'm losing factories left, right, and center, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll make more of everything. God, I love this. That's like a stack of 40, 50 divisions that 5 armor divisions just shunted out of this tile simply because of just how shit allied divisions are. No pinning attack. You pin then. And you pin there. You hold position there. We'll see if we can go around, cast a bigger net. Beautiful. It's not much, but it's an encirclement. I've made it Rostock. We're not going to be able to hold this, but I might be able to use this to quickly kill that off. Everywhere else is still holding. God, this is just a mountain of pain. I'm also starting to make the better airplane, so I have designed this. It is a much better airplane than what we were using before. It's still running Messerschmitt. We'll use this. There we go. That's a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. I was temporarily distracted, looking the other way. To my amazement, the AI has just flowed 30 divisions in there. Now look at the stats on this armor. Look at the stats on the guys defending it. This is a turkey shoot. As long as I don't allow them to get organization back, I might be able to kill off some of these divisions. If you ever wonder why it seems like you can do anything if you're facing the AI, it's things like this. The Italian troops have arrived in Küstrin, which is encircled. It's a beachhead that must be defended at all costs. It's dangerous. They're exercising. They're exercising right here, and I'm going to like simply remove all these divisions. I'm bringing out the armor to play. I need to do something. I figured something to do while the Russians are being stupid is to like take a nice little bite out of them there. I don't seem to be getting much headway on the Western Front. So the Soviet front might be where I can get a little bit of work done. So let us carve up the Soviet Union's finest troops and just do a little damage every time. Remove divisions. We'll see how it goes. A little running low on manpower. The shuffling troops around bit is getting to me mentally. But I've lasted for 8 months and I'm tired. So we've reached the point where the stalemate can no longer continue. We've done a number on the Soviets here. That was lovely. They're super passive. They're doing nothing. The Allies, the South, basically nothing. All the offensives happen around here. But the big problem is twofold. One, I accidentally took the port of Kuzlin while I was trying to do too many things at once, and we're out of manpower now. I could go to all adult serve, but I want to not do that. I'm gonna throw the dice. I'm gonna go for a Hail Mary, concentrate the 8 armor units I have, punch through to this river, make it to Hamburg to get the state of Holstein, and get control of Holstein and Schleswig to get me a little bit of manpower, a more defensive terrain. I need a good roll of the dice. I cannot keep this up. The war in the sky, the attrition is real, but I don't have manpower to lose, whereas my enemies kinda do. So yeah, we've definitely done more to them than they've done to us. It shot down like 3,000 of their fighters almost. So get some org on these guys, and then we try to get to that river, get Hamburg, get that state under control, see if there's something we can do to get more manpower out of places like Thuringia, Hanover. Ideally, you know, we push bigly, but I've lost 5 million men. I've killed many allied forces, like 3 million Americans, 3 million Brits. The numbers are disgusting. Ideally, I need Stalin to go to war with the Allies, but they've got a bunch of non-aggression pacts, which is annoying. Yeah, when the tanks make contact, they make contact. So I think we're through. We've made it to Hamburg. That gives me the manpower in there, and the manpower there is nothing. Nothing. 3,000 men. It might just be too late to salvage this. The damage. I wish there was manpower here, but I'll take the progress. It's going to be a stupidly tight maneuver, but that is Denmark gone. A nice donation of infantry equipment out of them. That entire gambit was all too precarious. The only reason any of this works is because how stupid the AI is at times. I didn't get any manpower out of it though, and the division just keeps getting they just keep getting weaker. I'm not able to replenish my losses anymore. I need all adult serve. We've hit that point. It's time. Everyone to the fields. I'm gonna see if I can get this pushed back to the river. That would really alleviate Berlin, because I've lost this tile like 8 or 9 times going back and forth. I'm gonna have to ask people for divisions. I guard my ports, please. Yeah, they're terrible divisions. I am aware of this, but I have no alternatives. Just easy peasy. The tanks slice right on through, so that's another, what, 20, 30 divisions encircled. The real issue is going to be the naval evasions that are going to completely swamp me. But the armor itself, again, everywhere I turn it, it just wins me battles. Like, easy clap. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Look at the stats. And that's not even fully optimized. Oh, look at him go. Speaking of figuring it out, the Democratic Thai Rebellion, the new rulers of Siam, Thailand, whatever you want to call it, decided to join the Axis. Very democratic. This is going to be great for you guys. Alright, well, the West burns, I guess. We're just going to go for it. We're going to go across here, hopefully. And then we're going to make a nice little rush north to Königsberg. And this is what it means to full send. I have the air in this area, so we should be able to make this offensive work. The only thing that has me vaguely concerned is just the river crossing, but that is apparently no reason for concern. Just look at us chew through the infantry and the other units here. Oh, that's gorgeous. We are now actually moving 2 columns, and we head north. I'm not going to let the Russians run. I have the air. I will make this work. This is our field, and if we can get to Königsberg, there is manpower there. There are factories there. Unfortunately, there's also Russians there. Not enough to stop me, I think, though. Hold here. I think this is the extent that I'm willing to advance. And we mop that up. So I'm going to try a couple of maneuvers to... How do I put this? Thin the herd. I'm going to go here and do encirclements. Destroy as many units as I possibly can. Just to pin divisions down. Keep them from... there we go. Attack there. You pinning attack there. Keep them from reinforcing. Keep them from moving in other directions. Okay, so this is another 18 divisions, just with small pushes. Weimar, Erfurt to the river, and then try to cut north towards Hanover. So it is mostly going to plan. The downside is going to be that as this portion of the front lengthens, giggity, the other portions of the front are going to, like getting thinner. They're getting thinner. I do have 24 divisions available here that I could... 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once the divisions arrive, I can shorten the field marshal order, pivot more troops to filling the gap here. So supply is going to be a massive problem until the supply hub in Erfurt kicks in. I'm risking overextension, significant overextension here. I am overplaying my hand, but if I do nothing, I die. So armored fist moving up. If I can get the supply to get these divisions moving, I can buy myself the room I need to maneuver. Without the air power, this is significantly weaker than it could perhaps be. So this was not the big win I had hoped for. Doesn't mean this is over though. We've taken Weimar, we've taken Erfurt. That means we've control of the state of Thuringia and its factories and resources, which is helpful. So as is tradition, as I begin to move my army, I've built the railways, I've got everything ready and in position. Massive fucking naval invasion near Stettin and Gdansk. Just as I move the unit off Stettin to deal with something in Stralsund, like they land right behind me. As the armor is committed elsewhere and I have to bring them in. Once the armor arrives, it'll probably be fine, but either way, it's going to be a massive pain in the ass to deal with. I know that people say, you complain too much, you whine so much, Bitterseal, but oh, like late game allied naval invasions, oh, they're just the bane of my existence. There's nothing fun, interesting, or good about them. Yeah, we're starting to lose the position here. We need to obviously retake it, but it's a tall order with the air being what it is, and there's just the sheer numbers of allied divisions. So that's the naval invasion dealt with. Huzzah! Now we can get the armor back into position. We can go again. So the push is going to have to come through Magdeburg and literally just roll the whole thing north. I won't be able to make a glorious encirclement. I think the real godsend in these little pushes is if I go where the Swiss are, the odds are I'm going up against Swiss citizen militia. And if they are like at the top of the stack, I just blitz the whole thing because they are shit. They're truly shit, and they can only really work in Switzerland with the terrain buffs they get. See, now I go into combat on Magdeburg. Like I said, they join, and they are like barely have any org. Sure, they're defensive. Great defense. Big numbers. They don't have org though, and like, look, they just melt away. Let's launch some pinning attacks on the flanks so they don't reinforce Magdeburg. No, they managed to reinforce it, and now I'm being destroyed by air, so... Let's build up some planning bonus and we'll try again. Who wants to join my faction? State of Japan. You know what? Welcome aboard, Tetsu Katayama. You got that dog in you. And you got a navy. Alright, I respect it. Oh, I love late game Hoi 4. But I did say to myself I would be more positive about this. I would stop being what a lot of people have been describing as a whiny little bitch about this. So, we'll look for solutions instead of complaints. Now, again, the only viable path forward I see is reclaiming more of our territory, and that means going west. East is kind of locked down, so west. I still think armor and pushing towards Cuxhaven is the answer. I'm not pushing through this, but they have supply issues just like me, so maybe if I can make my fist fisty enough, Let's get the American cipher as well. There's probably a lot of Americans out there, so... Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, the controller is the UK. It just doesn't look like the UK. Well, in that case. Campaign instructions against the United Kingdom. Do they apply? They do apply, but not everywhere, so... Alright, let's see if we can get that moving. I can take Magdeburg, that will be it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that worked. Alright, let's use that to keep chipping away at him. Just keep Oh, yes. I'll take another stab at that. Like that tile up here. We'll pin from the north. Jesus Christ, I love these campaign instructions. I am sold on them. That is disgusting. And we're in. It's another 13 divisions encircled. How long do they last for? 41 days. Other stuff I might need. I might need maintenance companies for cheaper tanks. Cheaper-ish, so I can get the easy maintenance modules. Might need field hospitals. I might need a lot. But the question is, can I afford any of this? I am running some recon in my tanks. Might as well grab it. Yeah, I can use the armor. I think I can use the armor to really swing into Hanover and then keep going to Bremen and Cuxhaven. This is it. I think we might be able to crack this open now. If they don't naval invade me. Oh yes, that's disgusting. Even with their air... Reinforce me right off the tile. Gotta be shitting me. I was looking away and half the stack just continued going on straight into Hanover. That means these guys just don't have supply. I am so close to victory. Well, victory. A localized victory. A victory of sorts, and I'll take it. But this offers opportunity to actually go for that encirclement. Just gotta hold on, wait it out until they stop attacking, and then punch north, because these guys are all gonna be starving. Oh, love this! And here it is. Like I said, I can make it if we don't get a massive naval invasions going on, and there we go! A massive naval invasion. So... again, the delays. Oh, the things I do for disaster save content. Anyway, that is a lot more dead allies, I guess. With a little luck, I might actually be able to salvage those units trapped up there. And let's go back to pushing this. We still have a couple of days left. Oh my god, I got like 6 days left. That's not enough. Oh, I've wasted the buff. We're gonna start working on those torpedo destroyers. I'll probably just make Petter or just really good destroyers, like tier 3, or like level 3 ones, and then just shit them out. Alright, we might actually make this happen if I can get them to stop attacking me. I might be able to push on through. Pin them long enough to just blitz on. No. Damn it. So close, though. So close. But like the main goal has been achieved in that we've made it to that northern river. We have control of the state of Hanover with its manpower, with its factories. I'm slowly able to deploy more units. I now control the skies over Czechoslovakia. Western Poland, more or less. Yeah, that's definitely a good kill rate. And then I'm deploying more and more fighters, as is tradition. Massive fucking naval invasion. Fortunately, like, the Soviets have done nothing but strength rebuilding, so their strength bars are filling up nicely again, except for some of their tanks, but they're just not doing anything. Should be able to get these divisions out in time for the Soviets to not really be a problem anymore by the time I'm done. Well, that encirclement was easy. Destroy the units there. That's a fairly big pocket. If we can not just keep the door open there, that is a lot of divisions. 46, give or take. And they are eliminated. What was that? 350,000 men. I'll take it.
So I'll be real with you. Like, the next stage of this whole campaign is going to be minor. Small encirclements, like take this tile, encircle these guys, destroy and like inch forward to more beneficial positions. It's probably going to happen off camera because I can't afford to sit here all day recording all of this for a 45-minute video that nobody really wants to watch. So I'll show you guys the next big maneuvers I'm able to make. I saw an opportunity and started a little campaign here. It's gone reasonably well, retaken Vienna. Struggling in the Alps because obviously you don't take tanks into the Alps, but it was open when I started. Anyway, that's not the point. I've just captured Eisenhower. I have just captured the Allied Supreme Commander, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Suck on that, bitch. I love this. I love this. Eisenhower is mine. Mine. I promised you I would show you guys the encirclement, so I got another one here. I went up from Königsberg with the tanks, then cut south along the river here, so I would have something of defensive ground, and that just cut off a nice slice of the Soviet army. Western Front's just, I'm kind of just sitting on my ass here. I've designed some mountaineers. I haven't really gotten much out of them. This is all, how do I put this? It's not going as well as I'd like. I have the equipment, I have the manpower now, I have factories. I'm running out of resources because the Air Force, mostly. The Air Force used to be just converting what we already had. Now I'm making new planes. The new planes need aluminum. I no longer have aluminum. Anyway, I decided I'd hurt the Soviets a little bit and then see what happened. So far, what's happening is winning. While I'm winning, by the way, I've been consistently adding friends to the faction. So far, we've got Venezuela joining our faction. We've got San Salvador joining our faction. I think the Dominican Republic has also joined our faction. It's going to be great. Any distraction away from my front lines is good in my book. We'll see what happens. So, I've just discovered something interesting. I was running out of stuff to do. I figured, you know what? I'll befriend China, considering, you know, the absolute state of Japan right now. And Chang's managed to wipe out Mao. He's got a good position. The man commands almost 600 divisions, if this is to be believed. So, I just realized this gives me an option to call him to arms. What if I do this? Should I pull Chang into this mess? It will make a perfect distraction for both the US, Britain, and the Soviets. I'm just gonna do it. I'm going to use Chang as a massive, Jesus Christ, massive distraction. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. And just like that, yeah, we are back in it to win it. All right. I've also discovered that the Allied Navy, the big fucking ships they had, are not actually in the Baltic anymore. So I can patrol it now, actually secure it. I've seized Denmark. I control the straits. Their navy's not actually in here. I think my gamble with China has paid off. Like, almost all of the allies here have kind of fucked off, just left. I'm going to make a big aggressive push to capture as much ground as I can. Oh, a lot of red still, but for the most part, I think we'll be able to break through. We're going to try and grab as much of the German land here as possible. And I'm going to make a play with the armor to cut through to that section as quickly and as aggressively as possible. Get in there. And try to cut off the Low Countries to seize the... Make sure the troops there don't survive. Oh, you know, just as I start this whole affair, it would appear they have woken up. The troops are back. Could keep the offensive rolling for a little bit. I have already gained much of the ground I was hoping to gain. If I can get it into Metz, I would secure part of the Maginot. No, I'm not allowed to own the Maginot. So be it. Did I just lose steel, or did I just gain so many factories that I've... Yeah, I just gained so many factories that I have no idea what to do with them. Probably build more airplanes, but I have no resources. Yeah, this is not going to work. Pivot. Gonna move there and cut through the Netherlands. Try that instead. We're going through them. We're definitely going through them now. This is going to see the Netherlands dealt with, I hope. If the Dutch fall, I can then sweep down into Belgium. No matter what happens, we'll be in a much better position. I do not want to push the Maginot. Let's stop attacking with everything and everyone. Stick to the armor. The day your job is killing the Dutch. There go the Netherlands. Good. And then down into Belgium. And here we have opportunities to maybe close this. Dear God, the armor's doing it. Oh, we're going through Belgium. This line is going to get super overextended. Is it a risk I want to take? I think it is. Is this where the third eye opens and I see the path laid out before me? God, I hope so. It's not the big encirclement I had hoped for over there, but I'll take it. Holy shit, the French have capped? How? I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but how? In that case, attack and just get the armor to go and take the ports. Just use the armor to take the ports in the pockets, and I can get the coastline secured. I might be able to keep them somewhat bottled up. Yeah, I use the armor to rush this bit because they're fast and they might be able to get in there before defenses solidify. And let my allies quickly mop up the rest. We've done it, I think. Doesn't matter. And get the armor south before... Yeah, I was going to say before they get large amounts of units in, but it looks like they've already got some units in. And they're not actually encircled here. They're all still linked up because of the Swiss being in the war, which is honestly a giant pain in the ass every time. But we can pick them apart at our leisure with Mountaineers. We'll do that slow and steady. Let's stop the attack because the line is horrendously overextended. I'm going to need to bring the armor in back up to the north to make that very wide front a little narrower, because right now I'm sitting on too much territory. Trying to cover too much ground. I can't do that. I don't have the divisions, but this was the big breakthrough I was hoping for. This was truly massive. It's been one hell of a slog, but Mountaineers have finally penetrated the Swiss redoubt. I've greatly reduced this bigly pocket. A lot of allied kills, a lot of naval invasions as well. But with the help of the Mountaineers, we're finally through. We're going to pick the Swiss apart. Air is now contesting the Alpine region. All of my cast is committed to this. In any case, I'm going to try to kill off the Swiss now. One front at a time. So it's like no issue at all. I'm even looking at this. They just don't have anything left. How many men have they lost by now? 20 million. On the downside, though, yeah. Chang is providing quite the distraction. Yeah. Oof. Now, he's not going to cap anytime soon. He can keep this going for a while, but I think, you know, that the light in his eyes has somewhat gone out. Thank you, my man. All right, that is the Swiss dealt with. The amount of bombing I've had to do to pry those little cockroaches out of their mountains was, well, there was judicious amounts of bombing. Now we'll cut the Italians in half. Just give them an overall ass kicking. Send the tanks south. Roll Tide. And we are going to have a jolly good time here. I wonder how many generals I've captured over the last couple of... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Things have been going well. Things have... Oh, no. I think they got Eisenhower out. Bastards. Good God, that air. I love that air power. It is magnificent. This should be the end for the Italians. They can't stop these tanks. They don't have the numbers anymore. We are up to 7 million casualties. Holy shit. But what we've inflicted on the enemy is disgusting. 8.7 million casualties for the UK. Oh, look at the US, Japan. Oh, they're bleeding. They're bleeding. I wonder what the Japanese are. Oh, the Chinese have lost 3 million men, and they're actually on their way to capitulate. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's just ignore that for now. Well, the Italians are back in business. I wonder if they'll deploy divisions. Lord knows I could use a few. I'm going to be spending a lot of garrison just holding that Italian front now as well. God, I hate having to babysit Italy. All right, let's deal with the Italians in full now. Glorious. After that, we head north, clean out the Balkan, and have a jolly good time. All right, more, I guess, port guards for these guys. Not really sure what else to use them for. Oh, yeah, we're sweeping in now. I love this. It is such a struggle, these disaster saves often. But when you get that tipping point, and when you actually see the whole thing unravel, you see your plans come to fruition, that is rewarding. This is extremely rewarding for me, and this is why I still love playing Hearts of Iron. This is that moment you realize, holy shit, I think I've won. After suffering through some of the worst the game has to throw at you, and I cannot stress enough just how great that feeling is. That is such a great feeling. All right, time to shift our air around. Now, everything is going to go onto... I think we're just going to have an eastern front now. So everything is going to shift into the Balkan. All air power. Go forth and conquer. All right, time to end it. Full send, full send, full send. Everyone in it. We are going to the Balkan. And just everyone attack now. unchain everything. Oh, speaking of unchaining everything, yeah, that would, yeah. That's a naval invasion. Oh, this feels very satisfying. This is over. I am going to battle plan the Soviets into submission, and I'm gonna call it a day. It is such a great feeling. We're gonna end up taking millions of casualties, but you know, a win's a win. Now, I am not sailing to the Americas to save my friends over there, nor am I dealing with this in China. We are simply going to capitulate the Soviet Union and declare victory. You know, I am past the point of caring about anything else in this game. We're done. Oh, but the win is so good though. I love this. I love this so much. It is done. It is all done. I am going to take my stuff. I'm going to walk away. I cannot be bothered fighting off the allies because, dear God, late game allies is aneurysm inducing. But we're done here. We're done here. Let's have a nice little peace deal and then we'll call it a day. I got lazy. I clicked a couple of buttons. The peace deals need a rework, but let's leave it at this. Mighty Axis, allies everywhere. I rewarded Chang by giving him Outer Manchuria, Mongolia. I've puppeted the Soviets. I've given my land to the Ukrainians. I've created Ostland. I'm done. I am just done. There is no point in fighting the allies. You have to. Oh, it's just a slog. We are up. I mean, we're down a lot. We've lost a lot of men, but we have destroyed the United States, the UK's ability to wage war. Well, I want to say the ability to wage war, but millions of casualties have been inflicted. It's done. I'm hereby declaring victory. I'll cut them a check for $300 billion to go away. All right, let's leave it at that. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions or your own submissions, check out disastersavior.com or leave down in the comments and let me know what else you want to see on this channel. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.